froze, I think. I didn't freeze. Right. Welcome to YellBro Road. I am Jordan, and today we're going to watch Candace Owens and her little rant on Ben Shapiro. Now, some people might think this is gossip, but I think it's part of a narrative that I wasn't like all out pointing it out, like what seemed to be going on in regards to like this whole Israel, like, pro-Israel, anti-Israel, all that shit. But I think this is like maybe like one of the best examples, the best like snapshot of a period of time of people saying things. It kind of gives you the real like, is this like truly organic or legit, or is it like full of shit artists using it as a political football to gain your attention? And I kind of want to like look at that. And Candace's thing was like, if I remember correctly, kind of out of pocket, or kind of weird sounding. In which case, she's kind of drawing battle lines, like ideological battle lines. But either way, we'll look at it. Before I get started, don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Also, please check out the Discord link if you want to join that. We are in that Discord right now, so please join up if you feel like. All opinions are welcome. Or else. But also, only if you feel like. And all opinions are welcome. Trust me. Trust me. Okay? Trust some guy on the internet, okay? Trust me.
Trust me, bro.
And obviously everything I show you in this video will be linked in that description box for you to look at on your own without us pausing, having opinions, rambling, as I tend to do, whatever. All of that will be available to you without us interrupting anything. So do it. All right. So let's move on to the first piece of content. And this is all revolving around this whole, like, the recent TPUSA event, America Fest, right? AmFest, America Fest, and all the things surrounding it, as well as things outside of that. And it's kind of to showcase that they're drawing these weird, like, battle lines in a way of the quote-unquote MAGA influencers. But it's just, I think it's the wrong, whether it's organic or not, which we will get into, but, like, it just feels like it's, even if they're being genuine, it's the wrong thing to be fighting for, to me. It shouldn't be, like, everything made about fucking Israel. Like, are you pro-Israel or not? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, that becomes, like, a weird silo of a thing. And there's no nuance to it. There's no intellectualizing it. There's no wisdom behind it. There's no knowledge, no fucking expression behind it. It's just like simply like, do you support this or not? It's like, that's fucking stupid. There's more nuance to life than that. Yeah,
it's school. This is schoolyard bullshit.
Well, because it looks that way, Joe. Like, it has to. It begs the question: like, is this genuine or not? Is this for real or not? Or are they like, they could be personally beefing with each other and using it as a thing to attack each other with? It could be a part of a bigger conspiratorial plan to divide people, or whatever. It could be, just, like I said, like simple petty shit for all we know. But either way, let's look at some of these things because I find it quite interesting as an outside observer, and this is where if I were personally to show the audience like what I think of things, I go through these like little portions of content to show you like, hey, what the fuck is this? As you can see here, we have Jack Posobiec, where they did a poll at this America Fest or AmFest. You can see here it says 33% Israel is top ally, 54% Israel is an ally among many, 13% Israel is not an ally. And you see the Blake Neff guy, the TPUSA Blake Neff guy. And they're just showcasing that, like, hey, see, look, you know, contrary to, popular belief from the Candace fans, well, look, people love Israel, right? And I don't look at that as, like, an actual nuanced sense of things. It doesn't seem that way. It just seems like you're trying to, like, build up a team or a side and thus further, I mean, fuck the idea of divide with kind of knuckleheads that are buying into either TPUSA or Jack Posobiec or Candace Owens, but more so like making it like the #1 topic versus like, hey, aren't they doing this over here? They're blowing up people in the middle of the fucking ocean. They're bullshitting, let's be real, storylines to create a war with Venezuela. They're fucking Gaza is a fucking mess right now, but don't worry, a peace deal happened. And you have all like Somalia, Sudan, on and on, the Middle East in general, Syria.
About me, Yellow Bricky Road.
Wait, what?
Stop talking bad about me, Yellow Bricky Road.
That is for sure Prop with a voice changer, right?
Who's to say?
That was Team Oswald Harvey.
So I was going to say, pay no attention to the fact that a second oil tanker has been hijacked
Exactly.
from Venezuela.
Exactly.
And they're eyeballing a third real fucking hard.
Yeah, and then there's the idea of Iran being brought up. And it's like, that's not... Those things aren't happening because of are you pro or anti-Israel. Those things are not happening because of that. It's like, I'm sorry. Those were like long in the plan.
You say hijacked, I say legally acquired.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Sure, Harry. We can let them tell themselves that if it helps them sleep at night and not shoot themselves out of guilt.
Yeah. But either way, Jack Posobiec and Blake Neff showcase this for narrative reasons, not for, hey, I'm trying to like educate the world on things. Let's keep it moving. And here's one that I'm sure we're aware of, a like actual dumb person, Laura Loomer here. You can see on September 9th, 2025, the day before he was assassinated, Charlie Kirk warned us that Islam is the sword the left is using to slit the throat of America. So why is Tucker Carlson on the
Chatsworth Carlson? Thank you, Mark Levin.
On the AmFest stage, engaging in dawah and telling conservatives they are evil for opposing Islam and Muslims, which is just the kind of like the wrong way to like look at that. I would think it's like openly, just like blatantly the wrong way to where someone like obviously Tucker Carlson or Candace Owens or these guys will have an easy argument to their own.
I am Candace Owens, and of course, Yellow Bricky Road is online talking bad about me.
Oh my god, that's an AI voice. Okay.
Oh shit.
I didn't realize it was Candace till now. Okay. It's actually okay. That's a game changer. That's a uptick. That's an uptick right there. I think. Not saying anyone should do that, but that one is apparently, and I can't help but laugh.
Bag now.
I can't help but laugh. I can't help it. But yeah. I mean, Laura Loomer's been on this track, right? Of oh my god, the Muslims and Islam, and they're trying to take over America, and yada yada yada, and who are the drivers of it? Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, in which case they'll reply to her, or maybe a tweet here or there, or maybe even a presentation on their own shows, because that becomes the dividing line. How do you know you're good or bad? Well, are you on Team Tucker and Candace, or Team Laura Loomer and TPUSA, or whatever? That is, yeah, and it's like, is that the real way we should be like thinking about things or looking at topics?
I am Candace Owens. Fear me, Yellow Bricky Chode. You are a Muslim.
You are Muslim. I concur. You are Muslim.
Oh shit.
See, I don't know why they made AI without realizing people like prop exists. They're gonna abuse the shit out of that. They're gonna wreck.
Oh, they know. They just don't care.
See, I already know it's prop because he said yellow brick chode. So like, okay, that's fucking prop.
I am Candace Owens. Fear me, yellow bricky chode. What the fuck?
Oh my god. Listen,
I'm right.
Yo, Candace, don't sue me. I had nothing to do with this. Okay.
My cargo was to a AI or a data center. That was what it was, a data center.
Wait,
don't spend too much time near those things, Dubster. That shit'll give you cancer.
Oh, it was like the walls. I was delivering the walls basically to the building.
Oh, the concrete giants or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Or do you mean like
they're
actual...
prefabbed? They're prefabbed walls. Like the insulation's already built in. It's just panels, and it was
okay.
Like, it's almost Legos, dude.
Fair enough. But let's continue here. Now, as you can see, you have a person here, a loyalist to Trump, right? Sobek, Blake Neff and TPUSA. Laura Loomer, a loyalist to the Trump administration or the White House, whatever you want to say, Republicans, whatever. Then you have another one who's a loyalist to them, meaning, which is why people are saying, like, okay, this guy got the phone call to go after Candace Owens. Now, this video, which I plan to react to later, I'm not going to play it now, but I plan to react to this later, is Alex Jones basically put it like pointing out, like, oh, this is how ridiculous Candace Owens' fucking thing is, her argument about the Charlie Kirk stuff. Like, leave it alone. And especially if Candace starts, like, you know, leaning in the direction where she's pointing out the administration itself, which she has, right? Alex now feels the need to insert himself in this and say, all right, Candy, you're going too far, okay? You need your blue methylene, you need your creatine pills, creatine gummies, you need them. Infowars.com/creatine gummies. Like, he is...
silver nitrate solution.
He has to, like, kind of, in my opinion, shut it down for the sake of... What was he saying before? We watched the video. Oh, my God, we need to win the midterms. We need to win the midterms. Which is what? That comes from the fucking White House. Let's be honest. The conspiracy guy, the guy that believes 9/11 was an inside job, says we need to fucking win the midterms for a mainstream political party? That sounds batshit, right? Compared to like what we know of Alex Jones. So actually, let me pause that there.
And people said Israel
pause it.
Just put out that was a narrative.
Fuck.
And I saw on
I can't
international
pause
Islamic
it
TV scholars going, well, we want to go after Israel, so we put that
close it
idea
right
out
now.
first.
Just close it. Thank you, Twitter.
That's
either way.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Elon.
Either way, we'll do that video later.
Love Charlie. You people are exposing yourselves for the smelly Muslims, Israelis.
Either way, we'll go over that video later. But it's like, I mean,
Right, whoever's playing games with that fucking voice synthesizer, not half bad.
It feels like less like Alex gets the phone call. It feels like more like he has a 24-hour like walkie-talkie line with the White House. Like, that's how hard he works to protect the Trump administration.
Oh yeah.
And essentially,
What are you talking about? He calls him out when he does something wrong.
I'm sure he does.
He said, no, that's what he says.
Listen, Trump was wrong here.
That's it.
Trump was wrong. But he's kind of right.
He didn't tickle my left nut. He didn't tickle my left nut last night.
Even when he's wrong, he's kind of right. You know what I'm saying? He's here to save America. But you can see this person going after Alex Jones, which is the next part of this, which is people that are going to lean towards the other team, the other side, right? Tried a little duality balance thing happening there. But yeah, Alex Jones will, yes, he will, like, you're getting in the way, Candace. They're going to throw me in jail, Candace. And we need to win the midterms right now.
Candace. Actually, since you mentioned Laura Loomer earlier, this is just a quick aside. Something I heard. I'm not 100% sure if it's true, but it wouldn't shock me either. She may have had an affair with Donald. I don't know how true that is. I wish I could remember.
I didn't want to know that.
But it's a rumor that I did see circulating around some months ago.
I don't think I wanted to know that.
Blonde. She's not blonde.
She was blonde for a time, Dubster. She was.
Oh, okay.
And also, I don't want to know that. Ew.
How do you think I feel?
But you can see this person that's because
I'm the one who had to fucking read it.
This person's more of a loyalist towards Candace.
But Trump is an attractive man, though, so it doesn't matter.
I got it. This person's kind of a loyalist towards Candace Owens. They follow all her shit, and she's into the, I think it's a she, and they're into the whole Charlie Kirk thing, and thus because Alex opened his yapper, now he's looked at as like, hey, seems like you just fall for all these like they'll have a point because look at the way Alex behaves. These people will have points to shit on the other team with, and then part of me thinks that kind of is the point. is that they both
But at
have
the
these
same time,
glaring flaws. Yeah, God.
but at the same time, he'll say that Ben Shapiro sucks.
Yeah.
Seems like pretty cut and dry divide and conquer shit.
Yeah.
Get everybody at everybody else's throats, and they won't realize who the puppet master is.
Yeah. I mean, these guys, I believe this Jack Posobiec has said some things about Ben Shapiro to kind of like, he's whatever. Because like Ben's too over the top, right? Or Mark Levin, they're too over the top.
It's also that whole game of don't stop watching me, because he's done this to Glenn Beck. He's like, Glenn Beck sucks, and then he goes on Glenn Beck's show or whatever, and he's like, well, you're awesome, man. Thank you for having me on.
He did it with Joe Rogan as well, right? He started showing pictures of his daughter, his stepdaughter or whatever. Look at your stepdaughter, look what she's doing. And then he'll show up on Joe Rogan's podcast a month later. Oh, what a great man Joe Rogan is. But that's the kind of, safe face style shit. I mean, straight up like narrative management, which is what Alex does. Let's be honest. He does narrative management. And this person does, in my opinion, narrative management, but for the sake of Candace Owens and that side of things. So thus, she has to come out, or this person, I don't know, I think it's a she, but whatever. This person has to come out and shut on Alex Jones and show you, oh, well, maybe Elon Musk or Trump helped you out with your whole court case thing. And that's why you're so loyal, because you were bought and paid for, essentially. We'll go more into this when I do the Alex Jones video, but for now, I just want to like point out like there is a thing here, and obviously everything will be linked in that description box for you to look at on your own. But we're gonna move on. Here's another person that's maybe less so loyal to Candace and more so loyal towards talking about the idea like, oh, Israel does bad shit. In fact, going so far as to kind of, in a way, troll about it. Maybe he's loyal to Nick Fuentes. Maybe that's the case. Maybe he's loyal to the youngsters on the internet thing. And as you can see, his shirt right there, standing next to, ironically enough, Jack Posobiec. You see the Let 'em Cook, right? And the Cookie Monster and all that stuff. Remember the Nick Fuentes joke thing? Remember that? Right? Myron goes off at all the Jews who are trying to cancel him for wearing a hoodie. I'm just wearing a hoodie, bro. It's like, you know what you're doing. You're antagonizing, you pointy nose African. Like, we know that. Come on, son. You fucking Jafar nose ass motherfucker. We know what you're doing.
Oh, shit. Sorry, the Jafar line fucking killed me.
His nose is crazy. That's the craziest African nose I've ever seen in my life. That shit is pointy as fuck.
Watch out, Jordan. Be careful now.
That nose can do staccato.
I am Candace Owens Joe. If you want to disparage my name, then I'll see you in court. Remove Joe.
Wait.
Oh,
hold on. Because now it doesn't
What was
sound
that last word?
It doesn't sound like they're typing now.
Word?
Now it sounds like they're talking into something, and it's just like it's counting their cadences, kind of in a way. Because I heard the laughing start happening. It's like, why is that? How is that even a thing? We're so fucked.
Oh fuck!
Humanity is so fucked.
We're done as a species, bro. Sorry to say.
Either way, I just wanted to showcase the dividing line and where these guys are all lining up narrative wise. Now, I will be fair. Like, Jack is trying to play like a little bit of both sides ish, but let's be honest. When you see this, we know where Jack Posobiec lands towards, which is the White House, right? That's where he leans towards. He's trying to put himself as not being in that category. Same with Nick Fuentes, same with Candace Owens, same with this person, Project Constitution. But like, it just feels like kind of bullshittery of games and narratives being spent from one side and another. Let's be real, mediocre thinkers, mediocre talkers, mediocre fucking people. Let's just be honest about that. These are not the wisdom minds of our time. There's no Gandalfs here, right? These are not brilliant people, in my humble opinion. But
in my mind, that this is exactly what it is. It's a dumb little game. It's a game.
I mean, I leave room for that. Yeah, I leave plenty of room for that. Yeah. and it's just like fans are gonna like because it's so compelling narrative wise. I get that it's very compelling. Thus, people might end up just like falling into one category or the other, one team or the other, instead of like being a little bit more nuanced. But either way, I just wanted to showcase that before we get to one of the biggest name on one team or on one side of the little 50-yard line, which is Candace Owens. And I mean, I'm gonna play it, but you guys tell me, did she go too far here? Is it too far? Is it too much? And I don't mean anti-Semitism. Fuck that. Fuck that. I mean on the narrative level. Is it to a point where it's like you drew such a hard line of you're either with me or against me style shit. You're either seeing what, like, this is what they do over there. If you're so hardcore like that, I just want to see if people see what I see when we hear this. Because I think it's too much. Bring up like slavery, like, oh, the Jews did slavery, you know that, huh? A lot of them did, huh?
Listen, boys, if you are scared of the future, then I suggest you get out of the kitchen. Kanye has shown.
Listen, Candace, any lawsuits, bro?
Oh, fuck.
Throw them at the fucking Cheez-It, okay? Throw it at the Cheez-It, not me. I had nothing to do with this, okay? Okay, Candy?
Candace,
Candy! Yo, Candy, baby!
Candace, can you tell us how much communism sucks?
Don't ask for a request, bro. Let it be organic. Let it happen. All right. Without further ado, let's hear the alleged real Candace go on a little, a weird kind of rant about little Benny.
My name is what? My name is who? Candy Owens.
Where she has a rant on Ben Shapiro, aka Little Benny. Here we go. Intro.
You know, Ben Shapiro just keeps calling my name out on stage. He's calling for me, and I'd like to show up for him today.
That's a pause, but I just want to point out, if you squint your eyes, when you look at her collar and her hair, it almost looks like a headdress thing, or a, what's it called, hijab or whatever.
Kinda, yeah, I could see it.
Like if you squint your eyes, like, huh. All right, here we go.
It's got to be intentional.
Listen, I just try to point out all my thoughts onto the internet. All right, here we go.
Okay, last night he hit the stage at Turning Point USA's AmFest the other night. And I'd like, first and foremost, just to let you all know, some people noticed that he wasn't on the AmFest list for years, and all of a sudden he's back on the speaker list beginning in 2024. I want to let you know how that actually happened. So the story goes, obviously, that in 2024, Ben fired me in March. Well, he would say management fired me. But firing me wasn't enough. He wanted to make sure my reputation and livelihood was also destroyed. Of course, what happened thereafter is Charlie Kirk instantly came out and supported me because we were like brother and sister, always supporting each other publicly. And then I showed you guys a few episodes ago that we found out as I was going to speak in Dallas at their YWLS convention that Ben had sent an
You're going to be sorry about that, Jordan.
Ask me a question while I was on stage, but we sort of
be real sorry when she puts you in the hospital for free.
And I called Ben out on stage. Ben did not like that I called him out on stage. So he began working behind the scenes to have Jewish donors start threatening Charlie to make sure that I wasn't invited to speak at year end because I was an anti-Semite. This is what Charlie told.
I'm sorry. I had to leave and come back. It's so delayed.
If we are out of context, and this Brian guy sounds white. W.
Did Christmas come early or something? Like,
look, Candace, you know you like the white guys.
What is happening?
Look, Candace, you know you like the white guys.
What is Dubster actually? Dubster, do you think that's actually Candace Owens? Don't lie either. Don't lie. Don't you lie, Ben. You think it's actually Candace?
Oh, bro. Hey, this Candace, I'm shooting my shot. Where you at, baby?
Oh my Candace trying to show her.
You know, Jordan, maybe it's her husband.
She's wearing the same outfit on the video.
Dubster, do not say your phone number out loud. It's not actually Candace Owens, okay? Keep that for yourself.
What do you think, Jordan? You think it could be her husband? I think he keeps a low enough profile to where he could actually pull something like this off.
I mean, he is a cheese.
Cheese it.
For sure. He's a cheesy motherfucker for sure.
Well, it's dressed like a big cheese.
I'm telling you, bro, squint your eyes and it looks like a hijab, right? That's the name of it?
It don't look. Yeah, I see what you mean now, but
Either way.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
It can't be accidental.
Either way, let's play more of Mother Mary. I mean, Candace Owens. Here we go.
Me.
Sister
he
Mary
wanted to
Candy.
be invited. So he's just going to purchase a friendship, right? So he comes at Turning Point USA, and this is what was divulged to me from Andrew Colvett at the time, willing to spend an offensive amount of money to be a part of AmFest. Like I said, that was told to me by Andrew Colvett directly because he wanted to say, look, like, obviously, we are totally, Charlie's 100% on your side. This is like an offensive ad spend. I was like, take his money. I could care less, obviously. And I knew that he was working with Barry Weiss to call and put an article out saying that the donors, the people on the board of TPUSA want Candace gone. All of this petty behind the scenes behavior because I called him out on stage. Okay. So quite literally, this is the definition of buying friends and influence and fame. Now, in case you're listening and thinking, is Ben Shapiro actually capable of that level of pettiness? I'm going to tell you a story about Thomas Sowell. Yes, Dr. Thomas Sowell of Stanford. The story begins in 2023, shortly after October 7th. Ben was sort of having another one of his open nervous breakdowns, and his audience just went kaput. People just stopped watching his podcast because he was screaming at Americans that we needed to prioritize Israel, and people just didn't feel that way. Okay, it's not our country. I'm sorry that happened to you, but why do Americans need to be screamed at about what's happening in the Middle East? Anyways, throughout this time, Brian Mast was wearing an IDF uniform in Congress, and he basically said that there's no such thing as an innocent Palestinian life.
Because there are a lot of very wealthy people who have a vested interest in keeping that little proxy base up and running.
That genocidal language, no matter who shares it, is always wrong. Genocide is always wrong is what I tweeted, and this caused an emotional breakdown amongst people who support Israel. I didn't think that was a controversial statement. I thought that was sort of what we all believed in. Genocide is always wrong. Anyways, for Ben, he then had some private event, probably at another Jewish donor's house, and somebody caught him standing on a table insulting me over my genocide is always wrong tweet.
What the fuck?
So he could be 6 foot tall.
And the question was about Candace Owens. I think her behavior during this administration.
Oh shit!
Yeah, this is 2 years ago almost.
Yeah, that girl in the pink is still like up to his shoulders. That's crazy.
Her sophistication on these particular issues has been ridiculous. It's not both sophistication; it's ridiculous.
And now I'm staring at the girl in pink. I'm in love.
Reputable, disgraceful. She works
He's standing on the table or like a
imagine
footstool?
that the internet went crazy because they wanted me to respond to him. I can't believe this. They work together. They're colleagues. Somehow this gets leaked.
Somehow he looks shorter.
And I want to mention, because it's very relevant, that was on the morning of November 14th. I was 6 days away from giving birth.
Jordan?
I was very heavily pregnant.
Remember Dexter's Laboratory?
I do.
Shapiro's laboratory destroys the left like you've never seen, but Candy blows his experiments to smithereens.
Shout out to millennials, the only ones that know that. Let's keep it moving. Okay, Candy was pregnant. That's why she remembers it. Although she probably looked it up before the show, and that's why she probably actually remembers it. Let's continue.
I watched Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah, you watch reruns. Anyways, here we go.
I watched it. It was
Not everybody will understand what I just did. That's for the scholars 100 years from now.
Nobody from the Daily Wire steps in to manage the situation. And as you can imagine, virtually every journalist, every person with a media platform was contacting me to comment, to respond to me being insulted by someone. I'm about to give birth. I'm being insulted. And they're not getting anything from the Daily Wire. So I am obviously frustrated. You should also tell you, I had no PR at this time. My PR was the internal PR at the Daily Wire. And it was very clear
You're human. You
that
don't need
their
fucking
focus
PR.
was on protecting Ben. even though he was the one who insulted me publicly, because I said that genocide is always wrong. That is the genesis of that statement. That's all I said. Obviously, I wanted to respond angrily to the press. I wanted to hit back at Ben. And I guess you could sort of say my perspective was an eye for an eye, but my husband, who is a better person than me, instructed me that morning to instead take a deep breath, relax, okay?
You're doing PR
Don't think about what you're feeling in the moment.
See? You could do it.
Think about how you're going to feel in the future. And he instructed me to instead read the Bible, Sermon on the Mount.
Relax,
I read through it. And he reminds me that everybody who wants to comment, they don't care about me either, right? They're selling headlines. They want the clicks. They want the drama. And I'm going to feed into that for what reason? For what reason, actually, am I going to give a comment and say something about Ben Shapiro? Blessed are the peacemakers.
This whole episode.
Don't buy into
but now
click
things
culture.
Have changed, right, Candace?
And so
I was gonna say, why kick up a bunch of dust over Ben Shapiro? It's the attention economy, stupid.
Well, he has been saying things, right? So
oh yeah,
I'd scorch him too, but I wouldn't be so high and mighty about it. I'll just fucking rock his shit. He's a little dweeb. He's a little dweeboid. So I'd just go there.
Ben Shapiro, I will bet you money that he's running his mouth for a lot of the same reasons. He actually has more reason to be doing this shit because the Daily Wire, they are fucking floundering these days.
Yeah, because I mean, once again, Candace will have all. I didn't really make that. I didn't make that clear enough about like the whole this dynamic that I pointed out earlier. This kind of drawing lines and teams and teammates and all that shit. But like one side has a lot more going for them. They do
money.
In relative terms.
No. I mean, narrative-wise, they have a lot more going for it. Like people, once again, the genocide is on people's phones. You can see it.
Well, the other side has money.
It means nothing, bro. You're gonna pay for more ads on Google. Like no one will care. They'll move on.
There's only so much an advertising campaign can do. It can do a lot. Don't get me wrong, but when we have this much footage of a Holocaust being live streamed in high definition, it's not avoidable.
The only thing giving them some ammo is that Candace is going way too far in the Charlie Kirk stuff, I would think. Not in the sense of like, if it was me, I'd investigate every little thing I could find for sure. I'd say my thoughts out loud. But the way Candy's doing it is, a little weird. And then the giving and taking back of narratives in regards to Charlie Kirk stuff, that gives those other guys room to criticize her for it. And then, but let's be real, the real silo is Israel. Let's be honest, that is the real silo.
Now you owe Candace royalties for playing her videos. That will be $9.5 million.
Oh fuck!
Apparently, Jordan Peterson is healthy and well now. He's now.
It looks like I finally come out of that coma.
He has officially joined the YellBro Discord. All right, let's continue. But once again, when it comes to Israel, it's just not even close because those guys are ignoring human massacres happening, and that's why people like Candace or Myron Gaines or Nick Fuentes or Tucker Carlson will have ammo. They'll have infinite ammo, essentially, because how could you ignore that?
Jordan, depending on who you look at, they're either ignoring it or they are actively cheering it on.
Well, it's like, let's say like Ben Shapiro makes a good point about Candace talking about Charlie Kirk. Like, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that, right? Let's say, hypothetically, he makes like a good point about it. Guess what? She'd be like, well, Ben, a little genocide happened and you were supporting it. And that's all it needs. That's all it takes. It's over. Because everyone saw that.
Ben Shapiro has been relentlessly cheering that shit on this entire time.
His entire career has been that.
Yeah.
That's been a major portion of his entire career. And funny, like, Steven Crowder was in the same boat, but somehow had like a little bit of an escape route a little bit by interviewing guys like Nick Fuentes or criticizing AIPAC. But let's be real, Steven Crowder was on the same fucking talking points as Ben Shapiro until he realized PR-wise that, oh, people are going to get mad at me if I keep rolling this direction. So let me switch it up.
And people were already mad at him either way for some other funnier reasons.
Yeah. So once again, the thing with Candace, we're going to get to it. You're going to hear her talk where she goes like in a hardcore direction to where, because of the prior stuff in regards to something like Israel, right? And all the shitty actions of the government of Israel, and then Ben Shapiro, dick riding those actions and supporting it or omitting blame from those discussions. Now Candace can go a step further, and guess what? In my humble opinion, based on the things I've been seeing, a decent portion of her audience will roll with her on that, and it's not going to be good. This little silo they're creating is not. It's going to be something not so good, not so good at all. But we'll hear it out. Oh, good.
Also, sorry, one more point. Just in case Candace, for some reason, decides to radically shift the opinion she's putting out there for some reason, say she goes back to being supportive of Israel, it's not gonna be organic. It's gonna be because she's doing a little bit of math in her head, and in this scenario, she will have decided that I will probably be paid better by my billionaire paymasters if I do this.
You could say that, or you could do it. She could do what she's already been doing, which is play the long game, and she's now winning on that long game.
Well, like I said,
it's paying off for her.
It's a math exercise.
Well, it's like
for now she's calculated that this will pay off more.
You could say that if she's after money, for sure. But if she's after namesake and fame and psychopathic Oprah status, you got to lean towards the fans. So you have to like kind of guide them, but also adopt what they're doing too.
Matt, your hero's here.
It's also a part of it.
That's where Candace is kind of move towards. But either way, let's find out. I'll give her. I'll leave her. Well,
it's like I said, Jordan.
Matt,
it's the attention economy.
Fair
Matt,
enough.
your best friend in the world is right next to you.
All right, here we go.
I tweeted that actually my husband was right. I called for peace. I tweeted, "Blessed are the peacemakers," and I made the mistake. I guess it was a mistake that after I tweeted, "Blessed are the peacemakers," and I'm thinking that I'm going to be commended when I get back to work. Like, wow, you really took the high road. I ended this biblical passage with Christ is king. Christ is the king. Like, he's the only thing that matters. Obviously, Christ is king.
We know what you're doing by that.
Now, it was just Tucker Carlson's luck that I had been slated to come on his news show the very next day. He had booked me 6 weeks earlier. I got approval from Daily Wire.
Candy's pretty savvy.
He booked me for November 15th.
B or C level actual acting.
Suddenly Ben gets on his table, he insults me. It's trending all over Twitter. And Tucker Carlson is going to be the first person to capture my reaction to it. And when it came time, I kept up with the peacemaker. I decided, I made the decision to just take the high road. I said, I don't want that to negatively impact how people perceive the Daily Wire. There are great people there. I mean, I wouldn't be proud on that, but I'm not taking the bait here. I didn't say anything snipey back at Ben because I didn't want to feed the mob. That was my honest perspective. My husband was just right. And also, we're talking about a work colleague, right?
Candy, we heard you talk about Nick Fuentes to Tucker Carlson. We're like, oh, well, he seemed like a lonely guy. He doesn't have anyone to go home to. So I invited him to stay for dinner. He seemed like a lonely guy, Like, those are sneak disses, and you can smell it a mile away. Now, I can't say that is 100% true. I can't say I know. But god dang it, does it look like that? You look like a lonely guy with no real friends. No real friends, no real family. So I invited him over. Like, hey, do you want to watch? You want some dinner, Nick? What a lonely guy. Need some dinner, huh? Like, come on. We know the little side note shit, bro. Come on. We're not fucking stupid. We're not dumb. But these people have found a way. I mean, like, a lot of these fucking content creators have found a way to throw stones and hide their fucking hands when they do it. I'm like, come on, man. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But damn, man, do I smell her, like, sniping at people through the side door, bro. A little knife in a little woof, a little swift to the back, bro. A little knife, fucking knife swipe through the back, bro. It smells like
You'd
it
have to
smells
believe
like
that she was actually trying to be nice to him when she said that. To be the right, like
yeah.
she was not.
Didn't seem like. But either way, let's keep going. I just wanted to point that out so that people realize why I'm like, oh, whatever, Candace. You took the fucking high road. What's wrong with saying Christ is king? It's like, are you angling when you say that? Are you being genuine when you say that? Or are you like angling towards something because you see something growing on the internet? Just saying.
Stop picking on me. I am better than you. You piss yellow bros need to take a hike and learn how to treat a woman. Also, are you even white?
Shut up, Candace. No one asked you, Candace.
Go back to your
Yes, I'm
coloring
white.
book, Candy.
I'm white. When we going out?
All right, here we go.
Somehow, me taking the high road made him angrier. So here's what he did.
It's just like
Elsewhere
Tucker at
in
the
my
fucking
interview
Charlie
with
Kirk
Tucker, he
thing,
asks
bringing
me who I
the
look up
betrayal
to,
of Jesus.
who I like. And
Same
I
thing.
told Tucker the truth that it was my dream to meet Thomas Sowell. That when I first got into politics, I read a ton of Thomas Sowell books, and I had tried many times to meet him. And obviously he's aging, but I really looked up to Dr. Thomas Sowell. And here's that clip with me and Tucker.
Who do you listen to when you're trying to figure out? I mean, some of the stuff comes at you so fast, and you're talking almost every day or writing almost every day. Who do you read or listen to try to make sense or bounce ideas off of?
You know,
Who do you
I
trust?
have been obsessed with Thomas Sowell, and everybody knows that. I am pretty much a Thomas Sowell groupie. Everything he writes, I read. And it is because he finally was part of my awakening to politics and made me focus on the economics, which is to block out the noise and pay attention to the economics. Go backwards in history to understand where we are. When has this worked? Oh, it's not telling you that it's going to work into the future. And there's no evidence to support that.
So,
see,
Ben
look,
saw that. He decided,
I'm into Thomas Sowell.
Thomas Sowell, hey, that's your dream. You love Thomas Sowell. He thought that was an opportunity to get even with me.
Shit like
taking the high road after he insulted me on stage because he's deeply jealous of Tucker Carlson for reasons that I cannot quite understand. Ben had his team reach out and schedule.
Well, let's get to your revenge. I want to hear your revenge.
Which they paid for.
We're getting there. Don't worry.
I presume.
We're gonna get to Candy's revenge.
A black man who has no idea what's going on. He's very old. He's in his 90s to hurt my feelings. Okay. Interview with Tucker is on the 15th. I think it premieres on the 16th. And Ben gets Thomas Sowell, who he doesn't care about. I'm working at the Daily Wire at this moment, and I'm about to give birth in 3 days. But this was supposed to be like an FU Candace for taking the high road and saying that genocide is always wrong. That is what I mean when I say he is an incredibly petty man.
That was a sneak diss, but
now we know how this ends. I then am fired not for what I said, but for what they assumed that I meant, and for trolls that I didn't respond to. And I want to be clear, you can fire whoever you want. You really can if you're a business owner. It's just that this was atypical in the fashion that it was done, right? It wasn't done in the way where you just say, okay, get out of here, it's not working. Instead, what they decided to do was humiliate me in front of all of the other employees by, rather than having a conversation, sort of dramatically having me exit after doing my show, not knowing that I was going to be fired. And then they had put together a stage in my studio and put up clips put together basically a whole package, like almost like a high school play, and conducted what I honestly, when I look back, because it recently leaked what happened at this quote unquote town hall, this is a slave hanging. This is a slave hanging, right? Gather around, everybody else is a slave. And let me tell you how this one messed up. Gather around and watch us whip this person. This is literally how I feel when I watch this, okay? And you'll know what not to do next. And here is a video of the then CEO, Jeremy Boring, which somehow Steven Crowder got a hold of this week or last week or whatever. This is just a portion of it. You should watch the entire thing, right? Because it really is something. And ask yourself in your memory.
Well, didn't Steven Crowder have like that?
We're 300 employees.
He kicked up a fit over something about like a Daily Wire contract that he called slavery.
Yeah. It looked like he just wanted more money.
Boring?
He got into it with Boring because Daily Wire wasn't going to let him do the streams on YouTube the way he wanted to do them. because they didn't want to lose ad
Yeah,
revenue, so
it was
Stephen-
about money too.
He kicked back.
It was about money as well.
That was about freedom and freedom of speech. That's Crowder's main concern in life. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
Anyways, well, let me do this real fast.
He's adorable. Steven Crowder is.
He's a genius.
Like, I find him cute in the same way I find an angry poodle cute.
I think it's my key.
Poodles are ugly fucking dogs, dude.
When I use my keybinds on, I have like Discord keybinds, OBS keybinds, and I have them like kind of attached to the same type of function. And when I use it, things start lagging. I don't know. It's too much. Either way, who cares? Let's hit play here. Here's more Candy hopefully showing us an example.
Ben joined electronically. He was up on
Jordan
screen
wishes
too,
he was Thomas
and
Sowell.
just enjoyed watching.
Instead, he is more like the
The
soul of my
300 employees
shoes.
are invited
You are a
down
very petty man.
and
Your slave
shown
hanging
a
will never
production
take away my
of
truth.
what this person did wrong. Okay, well let's watch a little bit of this video.
Candace made no statement at all
Oh, shit.
after Hamas terrorists raped, murdered, and tortured over 1,000 Israeli civilians, mostly Jews, some Americans. And then they took hundreds more hostage. But then on October 28th of 2023, while anti-Israel protests were raging in London, where Candace, I believe, was at the time, she reposted a video of the protests on X, commenting, quote, "Interesting thing happening here. People are not accepting the media narrative about what's happening in the Middle East, despite the insistent rhetoric from government officials." On November 3rd, she posted, quote, "No government anywhere has a right to commit a genocide ever. There is no justification for a genocide. I can't believe this even needs to be said or is even considered the least bit controversial to state." There was only one country on earth being accused of genocide at the time. Anti-Semites on X took to it immediately. They cheered at what they rightly or wrongly interpreted as Candace smearing Israel. And Candace didn't rebuff their interpretation. So when Dave Rubin came to the exact same conclusion as the anti-Semites, only instead of cheering for Candace, found it vile and rebuked her, Candace quickly attacked, saying, quote, "What's amazing about this is that I didn't name any country in this tweet. I simply stated that genocide is wrong always. This is not a controversial stance. Interesting how you interpreted it." And then followed up with, quote, "In short, if the blanket statement that genocide is wrong upsets you in any way, then you need to check yourself."
Like Candace, we know. Come on, we know you're like. People aren't stupid, right? You can use your technicalities and no, the textbook definition right here says this. Like you can use that all you want, but like let's be real, you're dealing with people. You're a person dealing with other people. Don't fucking bullshit me. Just say, yeah, I meant Israel because they're committing a genocide and I'm hearing about it. I guess for the first time. Okay. So what? Why can't you do that? Does being like blatantly honest like hurt your job? Does it do that? Huh, look at that. Does it hurt your fame and fortune? Are you baiting? You throwing bait out there to get reactions? What's going on?
Well,
like, come on. Just
yes,
like her little high road
she was-
statement of yada yada yada, crisis
no,
king.
no, no, no,
you don't
no,
think
no,
you're doing
no,
something
no,
with
no.
that? Do you think Candace is angling? Hold on, Dubster,
She
do you
was-
think she's angling with that? Or do you think she's just being genuine? She randomly said that out of just being genuine. What do you think?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
At the time, she was still employed by Daily Wire, so she was
So?
dancing around the topic.
Fair enough. I mean, but she's still like. I think she saw like here's a growing thing that here's a growing thing that's happening right there. There's plenty of people like, yeah, why can't you say this? Why can't you do that? I think she saw that and latched right onto it. And guess what? These motherfuckers on the internet are suckers for people that say things that they weren't saying before for some reason. Timmy's a leftist. Now he's like, but the left is insane. They love it. What's the name? Brandon Stroka, or whatever the fuck his name is. I'm leaving the left. Boom. Yeah. They love it. Candace speaking out against Israel while working for the Daily Wire. Genius. Steven Crowder bringing up AIPAC. Like, AIPAC. I don't like AIPAC. Boom. Works. Damn. Steven Crowder's starting to notice. He starts to see like what we're seeing. Maybe he's one of us. Let's go adopt. Let's go give him some donation money. Go see what happens.
Let's go give Steven some little treats.
Yeah, Jimmy Dore isn't instantly hating on Trump. Maybe he's one of us. Good. let's give him some money. This is a
Jimmy Dore
thing
still makes me sad.
This is a consistent thing I've seen. Straight up. Maybe there's like a reason why content creators don't try to go directly to what they actually think the answers are. Why they skip around it. There might be a reason for that. Because it makes the audience think like they're the ones making these guys who they are. Meanwhile, they're just like fucking taking out law, what's it called? Legal paper. What's it called? The yellow paper shit. Writing out notes. Okay. They seem to be moving in this direction. Okay. Well, let me like buy some of that, sell it back to them, like I came up with it, but also inject a little bit of my own little narrative I want to be out there too. Like, come on. Unless, once again, Candace fans, any of these content creators that brought up fans, if you're fans of them and you're getting tricked, you're getting okey-doked by that shit, bro, like smarten the fuck up. Otherwise, I have no choice but to call you a fucking dumbass. It is what it is. It's hard, like, good luck showing me, like, proof or evidence that this motherfucker's not bullshitting you. And for whatever reason, it doesn't have to be money.
Certainly wouldn't be the first time they've done it.
It doesn't have to be money or fame. It could be pettiness. It could be like, fuck those guys. You know what? I'm going to win. Watch this. But I can say this, like, very, like, 100% sure. I don't hear any fucking, like things that make sense to me in regards to answers for, like, world's problems from Candace fucking Owens or Jack Posobiec or fucking Myron Gaines or Nick Fight. I don't hear any fucking answers from these guys, like actual answers. No real assessments, no real answers. Just things that drag you along. There's no keep up. Hey guys, I'm streaming. Come on, show up. Oh, whoop. You know what? I'm streaming tomorrow now. Come on, it's tomorrow already. Come on, join me on the next stream. No time to think about it. No time to stop and really look at things. Just drag you along slowly but sure. Sorry, Candace. To slowly drag you along.
By the nose.
Instead of like, hey, what the fuck do you mean? Say it plain and clearly. I beg you to. Please do that. But these guys just can't seem to do that. Instead, they drag you along to the next episode, like a TV fucking show. And people fall for that stupid shit. You shut up, Candace.
Candace does the best.
Christ, man. She does it the best in the sense of, like, she
production and action.
Here's the thing, Jesse. She's savvy, but she's not that smart to me, in all honesty. She's not that smart. But she's, like, in the range of where, like, she feels regular to you, like a person you can relate to type of shit, on a simpleton level. And that seems to be working beautifully for her.
Remember that phrase I used, Jordan? Just clever enough to be dangerous.
And apparently the fans can't tell the difference when it's like, hey, are you investigating for further evidence about Charlie Kirk, or are you fucking hamstringing people, or fucking basically socially blackmailing them to get information out of them so that you have a new episode on your show? Like, what are you actually doing? Guess what? I can't say I know the answer to that, but I can say this.
I know
the question is worthy. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Candace. My bad.
I know you are, but what am I?
Tell you what,
you wind up dog.
We'll give you a few minutes, and you can take another swing at that. Sound good?
Come on, Candy. Let it fly. I
know you are,
Candy. I know you are, but what am I? Is that where you're going?
What is this? 1985?
You are a pussy.
Okay, it's 1995. Got it.
Fair enough. All right. Let's continue.
Thanks for the update, Big Ben.
Let's continue with more of Jeremy Boring's boringness. All right, here we go.
Said exactly what I meant.
Jeremy boring us.
Or apologizing or further clarifying this statement. Within 24 hours.
Oh, see, he's so boring. He just scared one of our members away.
A war criminal. Now let's be clear. You're
and
free
bury
to
the
disagree
Legion.
with Israel's conduct, and you're free to oppose the Netanyahu government. But the idea that Israel is committing genocide or that Netanyahu is a war criminal is just factually baseless. Unfortunately, Candace routinely makes insinuations about Jews that both lovers of anti-Semitism and haters of anti-Semitism both agree is anti-Semitic. And in almost every one of these instances, Candace says nothing to the anti-Semites who cheer her and only pushes back against those who disapprove of her comments. On February 28th of this year, Candace,
There's some
just asking
legalese
questions,
argumentation.
posted, quote,
heart and soul.
time to look into the history and profiteering of pornography. Her replies were immediately flooded with anti-Semites cheering her for the question and providing the answer that they interpreted her to mean, the Jews. Once again, Candace did nothing to disabuse the anti-Semites of their assumption. But when Anthony Coach came to the exact same conclusion, Candace pushed back saying, quote, this is utterly insane. I tweeted that porn is harming men in our society, and this person has interpreted that as an attack on Jews. This is an example of clinical insanity. There is no other explanation.
Not insanity. Like, that's the thing. You can't just call her. I mean, I think she's clinically psychopathic, personally. But whatever. That's a faraway guess, right? I don't know her as a person. That's a faraway
You
guess.
talking over the video is why the tiny hats are winning.
That's why the tiny hats are winning. It might be your best one yet, Candy.
Shut up.
Oh fuck.
Well, like,
shut up.
Shut up. You shut up.
But here's the thing.
Yeah. Changes things, doesn't it?
But here's the thing. Jeremy Boring's partially correct, which is she doesn't fully out-explain everything. She just leaves bakeries because she's selling a mirror back to the audience. Let them come up with whatever the fuck they want, and then quietly feed her own shit in the midst of that as well. It's simple. I mean, kindergarten fucking PR style, and somehow people are falling for it. Maybe because it's not in a movie, right? If this was like in an actual cinema movie thing, right? Hollywood production, and they saw a character that was doing this on screen, they'd be, oh, well, she's fucking full of shit. But when it happens in quote unquote real life, now these fools are all inundated by this shit. And it's like, to me, incredible and actually kind of fascinating psychologically speaking. It's like, yo, you fall for this stupid shit? Are you kidding me?
Answer me something, son. Jordan.
Come on.
Answer me something.
Yeah.
You know what a Rorschach test is? Where they show you like some splattered pattern of ink, and they ask you to tell you what you see in it.
Yeah.
This is that mixed with just enough breadcrumbs to gently, quietly, subtly lead somebody by the nose.
How you make your Fallout characters.
I think I agree with that. And once again, I'm not going to speak for Joe, but for me, like, that's a guess. It is a guess because I try really hard to be fair to everyone. I really do. But all signs for me, in my mind and what I've seen, point in that direction. It's an adoption of you guys. Like, were you guys there before she was? Probably. Or a lot of you were. Or a lot of content creators and all that. Probably people were there before Candace even whiffed at the idea about, like, what. Look at Israel. Or she even fucking thought about it. But yet, now she's the leader of your shit. Now she's one of the leading voices on it. And motherfuckers are going with it. And I'm like, huh. How come she doesn't just say, what the fuck? Say what you mean. Straight up. Openly. And then once again, that's not me angling towards her being an anti-Semite. Definitely not. I don't believe that at all. But I am looking at like, hey, are you doing this for narrative management for the sake of your own fucking career, your money, some other apparatus that may exist? Something sus to me. That's what I keep asking about. But either way, let's continue. I'm sure people want to hear Candace's take. And oh my God, shut up. Candace is talking. Here we go.
This is a gay fed from Chicago.
I stand by all of those tweets. Pornography is harming men. We should look into who
we know what you're
profits off of
doing.
pornography.
I talk to Amy every so often. I know what you're doing, dude. You're
which
targeting people like her.
calls for it, whatever.
No offense,
What
Amy.
was controversial
You are.
about anything that I say? Now, I'm again wanting you to. These are my crimes.
Watch, Dubster left. She's
Imagine
targeting
300
Dubster
people
too.
being brought and said like,
You
it's
fucking watch.
this is she said
Wait
this
for it.
and this is what we know. And then he goes into a diatribe about the real meaning of Christ is King, and he shows videos of Nick Fuentes, which had nothing to do with me. I had never even spoken. I think only one time I'd spoken ever to Nick Fuentes.
Yeah, but you wanted his audience, though,
it was
don't lie.
pertaining to Kanye. Yeah, that was it. But I'm showing you this because it's important for you to understand that this has never stopped. I want you to imagine if you view yourself to be a slave owner and that slave not only survives like this public whipping, but that escapes
Oh my God.
and becomes
what are we supposed to look at
successful.
this as, Candace?
That's pretty much my relationship
I'm gonna
with
shut
Ben
up.
Shapiro since he's fired
hard
me
muting,
because
bro.
they have not stopped. They have not stopped. I am talking about people working behind the scenes to call
He's the slave owner?
attempting to bankrupt
wait
me
for it, Jesse.
in
Wait for
courts,
it.
sending undercover
time.
interns to
Give her
stalk me.
time.
He has
Let her go.
issued thus far
I'm being
3
quiet from now
court
on.
proceedings, okay, for every solitary petty infraction
No,
against
Stacey,
things
you
that I
paid.
say. He's worked with Barry Weiss behind the scenes to have
Damn it,
articles written
Jesse.
about me. It is non-stop. I refer to this, just to be clear, as legal abuse. It's legal abuse. And I have put up with a lot of it. I have put up with the pettiness of even suing me because I interviewed a USS Liberty survivor who mentioned your name as you pretend that you care about free speech and debate. I've put up with a lot of it, but today
What's she doing
I draw
there?
the line. I draw the line
What
with
are you
this
doing there?
miserable imp when it comes to Charlie Kirk, okay? Don't try me on this, but you keep trying me on this. You are an imposter, Ben. You're an imposter. You pay to pretend that you're friends, that you have a right to be on that stage because you get donors to pressure people, because you know Jewish people who can threaten to take money, or you say, I'm going to do an advertising spend. Here's $1 million. I'm sorry, you're dead. The entire world knows that you are an imposter. I mean, you're so much of a fraud that essentially what you do is you have people send around clips to grown men to cheer you on, to pretend like the audiences love you. You staff audiences with people that work for YAF who are told to explode into cheers when you hit the stage because you don't have the confidence anymore to go out into the world because you know people see you for what you are.
I'm sorry, but we were saying this on this channel years and years ago. Just saying. Like that was already a known thing before you even started working there, Candace. But don't worry. It's 2025. Now Candace remembers or knows about it. Here we go.
I like to think of Donald Trump as a modern day Joan of Arc. You know what I mean? He is
Joan of
fighting
Arc.
the underworld, tiny hats, and that's nothing against the Jews. Christ is king. I am his vessel. Cry harder, pussies.
Joan of McDonald's Arch. Joan of McDonald Arches.
Yeah, Joan of the Golden Arches. Fuck.
All right, there we go.
And so it's
This would be thy burger.
exactly what he did yesterday. We can now listen to what this imposter said as he hit the stage. Charlie Kirk's organization, the one that he built for debate, if you have a disagreement, and he instructs people here in this speech after me and Tucker Carlson, right? That's what he's going to do.
Charlie Kirk was as full of
He
shit
wants
as
us
Ben
to be
Shapiro is.
platformed.
Let's be honest.
He's going to attack me. He's going to attack
Let's
Tucker
be
Carlson.
honest.
And
I'll
he's
be
going to
quiet
attack
now.
Megyn Kelly
But
because she's at the beginning
Charlie
of
is
what
as
these people have
was
put me
as bad
and Tucker
as Ben
and
Shapiro
Charlie Kirk
is.
through. Take a listen to a portion of what Ben had to say.
Arc.
So, if Candace Owens decides to spend every day since the murder of Charlie Kirk casting aspersions at TPUSA and the people who work here, who worked with Charlie every single day, his best friends, to cast aspersions at Mikey McCoy and Andrew Colvin and Blake Neff and Tyler Boyer and yes, at Erica Kirk, and to imply or outright claim complicity in a cover-up over Charlie's murder, to spew absolutely baseless trash implicating everyone from French intelligence to Mossad to members of TPUSA in Charlie's murder or a cover-up in that murder, then we, as people with a microphone, have a moral obligation to call that out by name. So no, Tucker Carlson, it is not an excuse to go silent on Candace's targeting of TPUSA. Or to mirror her bullshit lines of questioning because you love Candace personally. The same holds true of Megyn Kelly, a person I consider a friend, characterizing Candace as a young mother and thus shying away from condemning her actions or fibbing about them. That is a non-starter. When Candace Owens says, I don't know, but I know, that is retarded. And we are all more retarded for having heard it. Well,
Ben, when it comes to you and having worked with you, I just know I just know the tactics that you use to feign popularity in the public. I just know the amount of money that you are willing to spend on advertising to inflate your numbers to make people think that you're popular. So, yeah, I don't have to say we don't know no when it comes to you. You are such a joke of a little man. Your jealousy against Tucker, your ability to believe that you can keep manipulating the markets. You know those kids booed you on that stage. The amount of messages I got from Turning Point USA people saying, what is happening? Why is he on this stage? Standing against everything that Charlie believed in. That's what you're doing. You're standing against everything that Charlie believed in because you weren't his friend.
Not true.
He didn't like you for that very reason. I look at you and I just think you are such a little worm. I could see you right now, probably. What can we get out to her? We're going to sue her into bankruptcy again, right? Sue her for every infraction, every word that I don't like, and every time my feelings are hurt. Because what you really believe in is Baal
I'm gonna sue you.
That's what your people believe in is Baal Barith. That's what your people believe in. You believe that you are contract lords and that people are not allowed to violate contracts or you will ruin them for years. You fire someone and you effectively stalk and harass them for years after. I'm here to let you know that I'm done with it. I am done with it. This one is so fully off of the mother effing plantation. Truly, Ben Shapiro, fuck you and the midget horse that you rode in on. And I say that on behalf of the world. I know you're going to get applauded by Konstantin Kisin and Andrew Christ is King Clavin and all of the people, the men who have to keep applauding what you do like you're a 4-year-old to make you feel good. But the rest of the world can't stand you. You're obnoxious. You have absolutely no values that exist outside of the Talmud. You describe yourself as a Talmudic Jew, and I've learned what's in that Talmud, and I encourage other people at home to learn what is in the
the book
Talmud
ready
so
to
that
go.
you know what Ben thinks of me. Because he doesn't just hate me, he hates you too.
I love it.
He hates all black people, okay? If he's following the rules of the Talmud, I mean, when I say hate, they think that we're animals, that they have a right to own us, that they have a right to make us worship them, that they have a right to lie to us, that they have a right to sue us and take everything that we have, that they have a right
to way to blacks in the media, but not this time.
What? Was that a real voice?
So the key to effective propaganda is just outsourced to Candace Owens. As a South African, I usually say, no way to blacks in the media, but
that's
not
a
this
fucking
time.
Elon Musk voice.
Yeah.
That's Elon's voice? It doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, kind of.
The quality's definitely getting crushed.
Dude, the Nazis
like
would
Elon
again.
was a robot.
Oomph. Dude, I need the oomph from the Nazis.
Does your heart go out to me, Elon?
I'll back up.
Do you give your heart to YellBro?
Whoa, hold on. Hold on. Hold on a sec. Hold on.
Folks, nobody knows Nazis better than me, believe me.
Oh, he's got a whole fucking army on hand.
Hold
Goddamn.
Sit down. Sit down.
Sit down. You're gay.
You're lazy. You always been a lazy.
Candace gets low ratings because she's gay.
Chicken nuggets and sweet and sour sauce.
A slave owner, and that he hates all blacks.
Oh, she's gonna go further, Jesse. She's gonna go further, and that's the point of this. That's the point.
This is just the ante. It gets even better.
Let's explain something like real quick, which is I understand the dislike of Ben Shapiro. I get it.
Yeah.
I make fun of this fool all the time. I've covered plenty of his content and videos. I covered him talking about
rip on him earlier too.
Yeah.
Shut up, Joe. You are gay.
You're gay.
You shut up, Donald. You're gay.
But I've covered Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder talking about Iran years ago, before Israel and the U.S. attacked Iran. Years ago, him and Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder were talking about that, and you can see what the fuck you could see it, right? I know he's destroying blue-haired college kids. I get that, guys. I get the fandom of that shit, but at the same time, it's like, yo, are you guys like stupid? And now we circle back to 2025. And it's like, yeah, Ben Shapiro's bad. What are you, a fan of his? If I say like, hey, Candace is doing something weird for her own narrative's sake, for her own PR. But what are you, a fan of Ben Shapiro? That's probably what I'm gonna fucking hear. And it's gonna fucking piss me off to no degree. Like, it's gonna annoy the shit out of me. Fair warning, because some reason they can't hold both ideas. Like, maybe Candace is full of shit, and maybe Ben is full of shit. They can't like contemplate the two dichotomies in their fucking skull at the same time. It's like, fuck you guys are so trash. No wonder you get what the fuck you get. No fucking wonder. You don't need to play a game of fucking
like
Clue for this.
Pervasive problem.
Fuck.
The entire space is full of shit.
Ben has been blatantly trash for fucking years. But when Candace starts speaking out about it, what happens? How far does she go? A copy of the Talmudic Jew in her fucking desk drawer or some shit like that? Like, come on, dude. You don't need to go that far. Like, look at Ben and the things he said. That's all you need. It's right there. Why is she going there? You have to ask yourself. Because preschool fucking PR works on you idiots. That's why she's doing that. And Ben assumes the same too. He assumes as much as well. Guess what? Your White House, both sides, but we have Trump right now in office, but like, they assume as much as well. We could just do this. Delete these idiots. They won't even care. Watch, we'll do this.
That's what they think of you. That's what they fucking think of you. They think you are fucking stupid.
Yes, they do.
And not just stupid. They think everybody else is clinically retarded in some way.
But here's the thing, Joe. I leave room for everyone. Meaning, what if they have a point? What if they have a point? That's the scary part, isn't it? Someone's like, I'm not fucking stupid. I'm not stupid. And then I ask them a question. They borrow all their answers from something or someone. It's like, oh, you're not stupid? You're just borrowing answers from Bob. Was it Tom, Dick, and Harry? Whatever the fuck it's called. Whatever.
Yeah, Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Like, what if that happens?
And this stupidity doesn't just come from nowhere. It has to be
seems cultivated quite a bit. But
yeah, that's the exact word I was going to use. It has to be cultivated. It has to be fostered, fed.
But guess what? It's not their fault. If you're like that, it's not their fault. They're allowed to be Eddie Guerrero's, bro. Lying and cheating and stealing, bro. They're allowed to do it. But if you fall for it, that's on you. It is what it is. Take some, existentially, you have your own life, your one consciousness. Why aren't you using it? If someone else is abusing that, that's your fucking fault. I'm sorry. I don't care what fucking age either. That's your fucking fault. Because you have to have that in order.
Now.
You have to have that to be free. Otherwise, you're not fucking free if someone else owns your fucking consciousness, your own thoughts. You can't ever be free if someone owns your shit. But it's just like, once again, they drew the lines. Joe, they drew the lines, right? And you have team over here and team over here. Now, if I say, like, well, I think Candace is full of shit, guess, oh, you're a Ben Shapiro fan. If I say, I think Ben's full of shit, oh, you're a Candace Owens fan. That is the, fetus level psychology that we're dealing with. That is what we're dealing with.
It's a fucking game.
And motherfuckers who have their fucking brains working have to navigate that bullshit. We've done it many times over here. On air, off air.
Once you realize that one of these people is full of shit, what's that thing you always tell people to do, Jordan? Once they realize that somebody's been fucking them,
never let it happen again.
Yeah, never fall for it again. Do not let yourself be fooled.
Accept your IQ test, please, because there's going to be a scenario where, once again, if you're dick riding Candace right now or you're dick riding Ben Shapiro right now, there's going to be a scenario where they betray you. I'm telling you right
Ben
now.
Will not
most
save
likely, there will be a moment where they narrative-wise betray you. Now, will you be like, oh, no, trust the plan. Candace means to do the right thing. Or, oh, no, Ben's a good guy. Trust him. Will you do that?
Trust the plan.
Or will you
Trump's
ask
trying to do the right thing.
questions? Holy Christ.
Ben will not save you.
We
Candace
are
will
here,
not
man.
save you. Steven Crowder will not save you. Brian Tyler Cohen will not save you.
Guess what? YellBro's not saving you. Joe's not saving you. Jesse's not saving. The entire Discord is. No one's saving you here. It's on you.
Have I lied to you?
What'd you say, Candy? Good Candy. Harrison, this is your chance, bro. Shoot your shot, bro. Pause. Harrison, go ahead. Shoot your shot.
Andy, I really think you're attractive. Would you like a date with me?
Oh, fuck.
I'm white. I'm like super white. I got blue eyes too.
Thank
you.
So these two can go DM later and work that out.
You're white women.
They can go work that out over there on their own time.
If you separate out the Charlie Kirk stuff, which has been a big part of her show, right? But
lately, yeah.
What else is she?
You're white. I am in.
She's lately with Tim Pool, with like
that's Charlie Kirk though.
She just,
so, all right.
She just constantly like with just anybody with Macron stuff, and it's just all conflict, right? Like she's looking for these things, and like not in a soft way, or like everybody isn't just out to get her, right? Like what she's doing with Ben right now, it's been a back and forth. Like it's not out of nowhere either, right? Like this is it's just been escalating, and I think she's actually getting bolder with him, because Ben right now, as far as I could tell, his company's has been on a downturn a lot, right? Like he's on the low, right?
Yeah, the Daily Wire is on fucking life support.
But
It's hemorrhaging money.
To knock him off his block is worthy, PR-wise.
And her, as she's calling it, being a slave, she's been.
It's gonna get
She
worse,
was on the
Jesse.
show, like benefiting when it was like growing and getting better, right? Like there wasn't those complaints there, right? But like, I mean,
no, I disagree, because I think she saw the Crisis King thing, and then they brought Ben was like, oh my god, that's from Nick Fuentes, right?
yeah, at that point, but
but that's like
for years, right?
Like Candace could have been. Oh well, yeah. Before all that, before people started like caring about Israel's
I am a slave for
geopolitical
whipping
nature.
to you people. Yikes.
Oh my god, the geopolitical geopolitical nature of Israel that wasn't so much a thing until a certain amount of years. It was with Fuentes, I guess, kinda, but like his analysis was dog shit. It was just something where it's like, oh my god, this guy has a decent amount of viewers, and he's saying something kind of different in regards to that stuff, which is how people like Amy fell for that shit. No offense to Amy, just like you fell for it. It is what it is. But Candace saw that, I think. I think she saw that, like, oh my god, look at this. This guy has like dedicated audience, like worshiping level, dedicated audience. If you say Nick farted, they'll be like, no, he didn't. And if he did, it smells really good. Like she probably saw that. Right? And she's like, oh, I want that thing.
We are talking about a crowd of people who will throw $100 or more a month at this guy just to fucking super chat him while he looks bored.
Yeah, basically.
And you want to know why we know this?
I even smelled those farts.
We saw.
You want to know why Jordan and I know this? Because we sat through an entire stream of that shit, and he looked bored.
We did. But
he looked like, toward the end, he looked like he was about to fucking fall asleep.
But funny enough, he's all alert and on point when Alex Jones is talking to him, a guy who says nothing of actual substance. Funny enough, which means he's probably about angling, just like Candace is probably about angling, which is what Ben Shapiro a little bit more dedicated to an ideology, I think, than these guys are, in my humble opinion. But yeah. Ben Shapiro's a little bit different. Like Timmy Pool, going back to this, with Candace and she's like, oh, you're a fucking maggot or a gnat. I can just swat away. Like, fuck off. you're kind of irrelevant, essentially, as far as when it comes to you report on narratives, but you're not so good at making them. You're terrible at this. Your fans are my fans, secretly, is what I think Candace would think. But when it comes to Ben Shapiro, knocking him down off a pedestal, even if he's not, once again, not getting all the millions of views like he used to get, or his Daily Wire's not doing so well performative-wise, it's still like as far as like narrative, like what the narrative she's going for, right? Oh my God, Israel's doing this, Israel's doing that, Israel's doing this. To knock off one of the key proponents, or one of the namesake proponents of what Israel does geopolitically, knock him off would be like, see, look, I'm combating Israel, see? Which is like one of the biggest narratives in the world right now.
Sorry, Jordan. Like just in this kind of internet space in general, especially in these circles where almost all the billionaire money is, taking somebody's head off like that, where everybody can see it, that's a badge of honor to these people who just watch for the blood sport.
Sure. Well, yeah.
Info House kissed my hand once. Yep.
Cute.
Did Nico propose to? But yeah, it's yeah.
Was there a bottle of Jacob's Creek Chardonnay, 1991?
Shut the fuck up.
Blue eyes, blonde hair. I am wet. This is why I hate Ben. He is, well, a tiny hat guy.
Harrison, shoot your shot,
Beast
bro.
seasoning. That's all you need to know.
Little callback right there. Okay, I'm with it. Either way, okay. Candace is gonna go further than. Oh God, shut up. Candace is gonna go. Candace is gonna go further than even what you were thinking, Jesse. She's gonna go further. Hates you. He hates all white men. Yeah. Here we go.
No values that exist outside of the Talmud. You describe yourself as a Talmudic Jew, and I've learned what's in that Talmud, and I encourage other people at home to learn what is in that Talmud so that you know what Ben thinks of you, because he doesn't just hate me, he hates you too, white men. He hates all black people, okay? If he's following the rules of the Talmud, I mean, when I say hate, they think that we're animals.
I'm okay with that, though.
That they have a right to own us, that they have a right to make us worship
I welcome
them,
the
that they
attention.
have a right to lie to us, that they have a right to sue us and take everything.
I mentioned badges of honor earlier.
They have a right.
Oh, sorry.
Good.
They think
real fast.
I was going to say, if for some stupid reason Kansas saw this and did decide to sue us, I'm wearing that like a badge of honor for the rest of my life.
I'll make a video saying, you fucked up. That'd be my name on my video. Like, you fucked up, Candace. Don't let me get anywhere near that shit. All right, here we go.
Think that we're animals. That they have a right to own us. That they have a right to make us worship them. That they have a right to lie to us. That they have a right to sue us and take everything that
Shut up,
we
Candy.
have.
We're trying to watch
They
Candy.
have a right to deceive us. That they have a right to treat Charlie the way that he treated Charlie while he was alive, only to then try to defraud the population into thinking that he is somehow a part of his legacy, that he somehow cared about Charlie Kirk and cares to protect the people that are working at Turning Point USA. Goodbye, Ben. Goodbye. The question is, how much more money is Ben Shapiro going to spend to make people think that he's popular? How many more articles is his father going to write under a pen name, Hank Berrien of the Daily Wire,
over that
under the pen name Hank Berrien, as he wrote while Ben was at Breitbart before he turned his back and betrayed them too, because that is his nature. It's one of these.
Sorry, I'm lagging again, so I'm gonna leave and come back. Forgive me.
Damn you, Discord.
Worth it. Okay.
She's doing more of this, like who's more pro Charlie, pro Turning Point.
Yeah.
But she's, I mean, she, for as much as she's talked about Charlie, like, and how much, like, they're best friends, and maybe they were.
She's like, oh my God, look at this video of us. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, because a lot of people are claiming that now. Just the only thing I can go by that is that she's doing a lot more shows about it, but like, I haven't really heard her other than the typical things that people are when they speak well of Charlie, they usually basically bring them up to Jesus level, right? Like they just make
They deify them.
They deify them, but
they retcon a
but when you
character.
separate that deification, like I don't know if you even know him. Yeah, I know you have pictures with him and you go up to these various things, but like I don't see a human person in the description of what they're saying, right? Like they're like
Jesse. They make me think.
You know
that
what I'm saying? Like it's
I do. Yeah, they make me think I care more about Charlie than they do. They make me feel that way.
I think the Talmud is best used for toilet
You know what I mean
paper,
by that?
but I use a bidet
Oh my God, Candace.
like the Macron family. So
Like I want to hear about the real person. I don't hear that. Do you hear that like too often? Really?
I don't hear a person. The
If
person.
you bring
Like,
if you bring a real person into the mix, then we have to talk about shit that he said.
But that's on the
And-
flip. Like it's
Yeah.
leaving them room for like, okay, who the fuck is this guy? But these guys are like leaning in directions one way or another, seemingly, and thus there is no real person there. He's just a political football again, instead of an actual person. And it's like, damn, do I care more about Charlie than you fucking motherfuckers do, bro? That claim to be his friends or family or whatever the fuck you're doing, or whatever role.
Jesse, you act like I care what you plebs think.
Either way, Candace will get even worse than the AI Candace. It'll get even worse. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Get worse. Trust us.
Yeah. There we go.
Belly
You're about to say.
sliver on. The question is, how many
I hate the tiny hats.
more weeks and years do we have to keep pretending like Ben Shapiro is relevant? It's an open-ended question. Of course, what followed Ben Shapiro on stage is somebody who Charlie Kirk loved very much and who he fought for to the very end against the Jewish donors who were pressuring him, some of them because Ben Shapiro insisted that they do. Take a listen to what Tucker Carlson had to say when he hit the stage.
The prediction that, at some point when Republicans took power again, which I did everything I could, to help, and really felt that was important. I still think,
that's not good.
I was right. But I really thought that the impulse to deplatform people, or even to use the word platform as a verb, which it's not, it's a noun, don't steal my nouns, deplatform and denounce. Why haven't you denounced somebody else? The whole Red Guard Cultural Revolution thing that we so hated and feared on the left that we did everything we could to usher in a new time where you could have an actual debate. I mean, this kind of was the whole point of Charlie Kirk's public life. And I think that he
not
died
necessarily
for it.
true.
I really believe that.
Yeah, not really.
About it because
Sorry to
the
say.
last several months of Charlie's life were devoted in part to arguing about this event, in fact, this speech, in fact, my speech here, which he asked me to do earlier this year, this summer, and was immediately put under just immense pressure from people who give money to Turning Point, I would assume good people, but who wanted him to take me off the roster. And this has all become public, and the whole thing is so sad that I never talk about it, except to say Charlie stood firm in his
The criminals, they rape and say some
held
good people.
belief
in my opinion,
that people should be able to debate, and that if you have something valid to say, if you're telling the truth, you ought to be able to explain it calmly and in detail to people who don't agree with you, and that you shouldn't immediately resort to shut up racist.
Such a cute
That
narrative.
is Charlie Kirk's true legacy, and that is Charlie
Adorable.
Kirk's true friend, just as I was and am and will continue to fight and ask questions about who killed Charlie Kirk. And to people that are at home, I implore you to wake up to these
don't
people
have the
who believe that they
upness
are
out of that.
contract lords. I challenge Black Americans
Contract
to
lords.
wake up to your true history, because your quarrel is
Wait
not
for it.
with white men.
Wait for it. Wait
Wake
for it.
up to who published these books.
Who killed
that keeps us
Charlie
warring
Kirk?
with one
No, wait
another.
for it.
Christians versus Christians, right? Christians versus Muslims. Wake up and learn the true history of slavery, because that wasn't exactly a white men sport, okay? Jewish people were the ones that were trading us. Jewish people were in control of the slave trade. They've buried a lot of it, but it's there, and you can find it. I think all of us
Mask
need
is
to wake up
off.
to this, because it's making me absolutely sick.
This is another
That
mask.
he's so bold that he dare sit near Charlie Kirk's chair, that he dare
one mask
grace
is
that
off.
stage when Charlie Kirk knew exactly what Ben Shapiro was and will always be. So again, on your belly, Ben Shapiro. We'll be back after a brief break.
I got a question for you guys, because there's something that's bothering me about her friendship, and some people there's some. I'm just gonna say that she keeps referring to him as Charlie Kirk, right? And she just said, and who killed Charlie Kirk, and something else, Charlie Kirk and Charlie Kirk.
She says Charlie
that
too.
how you-
To be fair, I know where you're
Well,
going, but
that-
she says Charlie too. She does.
Yeah.
I've heard her do that.
Yeah, so but okay, so why, doesn't that get a little bit weird? It's with your friend.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but she has said just Charlie in kind of a candid statement. Say, oh, who killed Charlie? She does do that too.
I do not know if you heard me, but I said it is the Jews. It's always those people.
But it's
shit.
I don't know.
We're in so much fucking trouble, Jordan. We are in so much trouble. You have no idea.
How's that any worse than what she said? As far as being politically correct, how's that even any worse than what she said? It's not. It's not any worse. But
no, I mean we're going to be in trouble with Candy.
Oh yeah. She's gonna seek. Does she have a team name?
I like Candy's moxie. She's got balls, and you guys ain't got none.
Oh, true. Beyonce has the Beehive, and Kamala has the K Hive. What does Candace have?
I don't know. I've never.
Do they
heard
just
of
have hives or something?
Well, they do. I'm sure a lot of them have hives, but that's not related. I don't think I've ever heard a nickname for the audience. No nicknames, no pet names, no wordplay.
I think she's kind of angling towards that, but either way, whatever.
Maybe we'll hear one soon, but so far it's just been Candace.
Well, she'll invoke some narratives. I think she would invoke some narratives to win a public dispute, kind of. I think she would do that. And I think she has done that.
Jews are the reason I am black. That is how messed up they are.
I think it's Harrison. They're too buddy, these two. Anyways,
it's a work.
But
yeah, it's 100% his prop.
I mean, I've heard some words. I'm like, okay, that's definitely Canadian, 100%. But yeah, Candace and this whole little spiel she did here, which is definitely angling at this is definitely her season finale type of shit, I think. Right? I thought it was gonna be the Erica Kirk stuff, which I guess is part of it, but this actually took the main stage, which is knocking off Ben Shapiro. But she does it with narratives that they're old. They're old. She borrowed them. She's reworking them to be a little bit more palatable to the average consumer. I think it's pretty transparent and obvious that that's the case. I could be wrong. I'll be fair about that. But either way, it's all I ask from the audience, or fans of Candace or haters of Ben Shapiro, to actually think about it. Don't just run with something. Think about it, just for a tiny bit, for a second. Just think about it a little bit, please, because
we implore you to reconsider.
It's. I know people maybe get a little bit annoyed when you're like, "Oh my God, there's all these other problems in the world. Why are you so focused on the drama?" As Ed Lee might yell at me about, right? But it's I think within these things are kind of psychological exercises that you can actually zoom in on and use as reflections to look more about yourself and, why do you think the way you think? And I think a lot of these guys out here, these Candaces, these Ben Shapiros, they don't think for themselves, essentially. I don't think they do that. Listen,
You'd be surprised how many disasters have happened around the world because somebody didn't stop for 5 minutes and use their head.
Well, it's like living in petty, down petty lane, down the petty cul-de-sac, is not real thinking. It's an aspect of thinking, right? Or living off of like Ben Shapiro, living off of conditioned, brainwashed into your mind narratives is not real thinking either. But yet somehow these two will dominate the kind of spectrums of argumentation. Are you for or are you against? And it's like, fuck, that's a stupid way to think about things, isn't it? Very
If you
stupid.
think the solution begins and ends with what did this book say about it? If you think the solution begins and ends with what somebody else said, you are part of the problem.
Well, you're part of your own problem, first and foremost, I would say.
Also, yes.
I'd say that is why I care to say anything I do say. It's like you're actually wrecking yourself. You're in your own way.
You're robbing yourself of a more full picture of just the world around you when you do that.
Yeah. And you don't have to view, my assessments as correct, but will you at least consider the idea that Candace is doing like this rapper petty shit, like trying to just one up someone else versus like actual real nuance, like say your fucking arguments, like really say them. What do you
tell
believe
us what you're
in?
thinking?
Yeah, like what do you believe in? You really say those. And you can use Ben Shapiro as I don't mind. I do that all the time. I use these other characters as backdrops for saying what I think about the world. If you're listening. Like, why not do that, Candace? But instead, like, what will people think about when they hear Candace Owens speaking in this video? They'll think her belief about the world is like, oh my God, Jews did slavery. They did this. They're fucking destroying Palestinians. They just hate all of us. We're on a plantation. Right? It's like, it looks... I'm just saying, like, that's the way people might think about it when they're done watching this stuff. And it's like, damn, that is a sorry way to view the world, I think.
It's real,
as lame
though.
as Ben
Look at
Shapiro is. Does Ben own anyone? Like, come on. Ben is as owned as owned could be. Let's be honest about that. Ben Shapiro, he is as owned can be.
I agree.
Like, he doesn't come off as like a guy who's like a master manipulator. I'm gonna fucking drag you this way or drag you that way. Like, he tries to, but he sucks at it. He's terrible at it.
He had that image for a very, very short window of time 10 years ago.
He didn't, though.
He lost his cult of personality.
He wasn't that guy.
He had the image of that for a very, very short period of time 10 years ago. But the reason I say it's a very short window of time, that cool kid philosopher gimmick, that died just as quickly as it started.
Or some of them transferred to something else that was, debate bro shit. But either way,
debate is dead anyway.
Well,
it was never really. I don't think it was ever very alive to begin with, especially on the internet.
Yeah. Well, people bought into the narrative of Ben, like, oh, he's being true and honest, and he'll be true and honest no matter what. But then an IQ test happens, right? An event happens to where now he's going to stand on his side, and no matter what types of facts or logic you bring to him, he's not going to move from it, right?
If you do not like my 90s rap beefs, then you are clearly working in the tunnels of New York with the tiny hat Jays.
Why do you know all the fucking little
tiny
internet
hat
narratives?
Jays?
What
are the tiny hat Jays?
Why does AI Candace know all the little internet like narratives and shit like that? That's crazy. But let's be real.
Maybe there's a closeted groiper in there somewhere. Who's to say?
Either way, I'm gonna end the video in this direction. Hey, I could be wrong about a lot of these things I'm saying, or any like ideas you've heard from anyone else here. They could be wrong, right? I leave the room for possibilities, right? They're all human. I don't want to treat them like fucking robots. But if you're not going to bother to ask yourself these questions in regards to like the character of Candace Owens or Ben Shapiro or Jack Posobiec, or Laura Loomer, or Alex Jones, or anyone I fucking showed you here. Myron Gaines. If you don't ask questions about any of this stuff, you're a fucking lame, and you're doomed to be a lame. And no one wants to be a fucking lame, bro. They want to be the fucking hero in the movie, right? They want to be the savage.
Why do you try so hard?
I would think.
Why do you try to be the lame so hard?
Was that for me? Dubster, go sit on your thumb like you planned to and walk away.
Dubster, whose birthday was it yesterday?
Oh my god.
Dumbasses. Happy birthday, dumbass.
Shut the fuck up. Well, let's move on. There's your video. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment, agree, disagree. Tell me what you think in the comment section.
Or else.
Or else. I know people are gonna and it's like they're not gonna hear this part, let's be honest. But I'm gonna say it anyways. Like the lames are gonna pick sides. They're gonna pick teams, they're gonna pick sides, and they're gonna call us nonsense no matter what because we didn't pick a side. We're nonsense because we didn't pick a side in regards to this whole little split thing that's been happening. It's been there. I've already done videos on it. It's just like this is more this is like one of those kind of more major apex moments for the narrative wise. You know, like
and
Candace
if they do get
you should pick a side.
If they
you
do
should
get
pick
this
a
far,
side. Quit being a fence rider.
Dubster, go to your room.
I don't sit on fences like you said on
If they get to this part of the video somehow, whether it's jumping around or just because somehow they found the patience to actually sit through all of it. Don't treat this like a fucking team
I made this
sport,
video
please.
worth watching. Thank you. Thank you.
Candy, shut up.
All right,
I
whoever
made this video worth watching. Thank you. Thank you.
Shut up.
All right, I need Candace AI voice. I need you to give this video a thumbs down, like ready to go. When I give the verbal point, when I point your direction, I need you to have that ready to go. Put it into the machine. Put it in the machine right now. Anyways, please tell me in the comment section whatever you believe. Tell me if you want. If you want to. Don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Also, please check out the Discord link if you want to join that. We're in that Discord right now. All opinions are welcome. I promise. And obviously, everything I showed you in this video will be linked.
Give this video a thumbs down.
No!
Give this video a thumbs down.
No! You're too early!
No!
Give
Too
this
early.
video a thumbs down.
You pre-came.
She's saying
down.
wrap it up, you dumb motherfucker.
Premature ejaculation. It's too early.
There's an art to this.
Give this
There's
video a
an art.
thumbs down.
That's how babies are born.
There's a
And that's how
method to
babies
this.
are. Premature ejaculation is how babies are made.
Everything
Sure
showed you
does.
will be linked in the fucking description box. Please check it out on your own. And with all that said, give this video. Wait.
Give this video a thumbs down.
Yes!